Gabriel second, and if Pep Guardiola, and here he is, Conte. Great start by Chelsea. Morata with the header, and he wasn't far away.
Playing as a left-back, there's a lot of space down Chelsea's right. That's a warning sign for City down that left-hand side.
Raheem Sterling is fouled by Conte and Bakayoko. Are Chelsea playing two up top here with Hazard and Morata?
Yeah, it looks like Hazard's
George a yard off his line. No ball, he has a strike, and it's...
Courtois was charged down by Jesus, who very nearly scored.
Well, we saw it with Rudiger and Sané.
Silva. Puts in a space here for De Bruyne.
It's come in and done extremely well.
And maybe that's also why Kante's allowed to get further forward. Out comes Ederson. Sterling's cross, Rudiger's header away. It came down for Fabian Delph. And he got a deflection off Antonio Rudiger and went behind for a corner.
And I think, you could see from Rudiger's reaction, tells you that maybe he felt he should have done better initially.
De Bruyne. Aimed up at Stones again, who had too much to do. And would appear to have landed awkwardly.
Yeah, and there was some concern from Rudiger initially.
In by Rudiger, awkward for Otamendi. Kante missed his kick. Thundered back in by Azpilicueta. Ederson plunges, and Otamendi sticks it behind as Bakayoko tried to retrieve. De Bruyne. Sterling. Whipped in just beyond Silva, who checked his run and maybe wished he hadn't.
What a break. What a break by Manchester City. On the back of some Chelsea pressure, and all it needed was something a little more subtle.
Morata is clear of Stones. Stones retrieves the situation in company with Walker.
Yeah, Walker did extremely well to stand up to Morata, but it's like he can make a big difference to this team.
Silva for Sané, and Silva again! Down goes Courtois.
Angle favoured him.
Whipped in by De Bruyne and headed wide by Otamendi.
Yeah, you're just hoping the movement...
Placing Diego Costa. But something internal clearly ain't right. And Willian is going to replace him. Little matter, here's Sterling. De Bruyne. Jesus with a flick. Behind.
Yeah, and that little touch from the Brazilian just took it away from Sané, who was making the run, just been
trying to offer some sort of acceptable explanation. De Bruyne's free kick is a wicked one, and Azpilicueta did well to steer it behind. Whipped in again by De Bruyne. Courtois had to react to a touch which I think was last off Alonso. I can't swear to it. Alonso
Hazard would have kind of, had a look at that more and tried to exploit.
An intense half, certainly. Manchester City have had the better of it. Thibaut Courtois with that reflex save right at the end from Fernandinho's header. That apart, City haven't... Walker, De Bruyne, now Sterling. And now Jesus, and Rudiger is happy just to scratch it behind for a corner.
He did the right thing, don't take any...
Fernandinho, Silva found the pocket, and found Sterling, who belted it into the congestion at the near post, and Christensen turned it behind. He regularly does. Jesus bumped into Christensen, for whom... this is a big... Sané, Silva. Sané hadn't stopped, and Christensen had a bit of a panic on.
Yeah, and he hasn't appealed. I mean, in the end, Sané fell into him, and I just wondered whether Christensen would appeal for a full...
It's come all the way through here to Raheem Sterling. He didn't get his knee over the volley.
No, it's a chance, and you know your confidence drops sometimes when it's on your weaker side, especially the fact that he had to control.
Fabregas and Azar, out by Edison firmly and further out by Delph.
You know, I just wonder if Hazard chose differently, because Cahill was in a wonderful position front post, and because
Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Jesus!
yeah, and again for a goalkeeper.
Workout teams who set themselves in a shape. De Bruyne, oh, belter! Absolute belter from Kevin De Bruyne. There is no stopping that. Once the Chelsea blue, now giving Chelsea the blues. City always score. City have scored at the home of the champions. And it was just another terrific Manchester City goal.
Well, it was. They've threatened it. It's just a little 1-2 with Jesus outside the box. And you know, often when you see him with his favoured right, he side foots. When it comes onto his weaker left, throughout the game.
So Eden Hazard perhaps just short of his mercurial. Pedro shifting it urgently for Azpilicueta. And behind by Osimhen.